We're gonna do science.
Science.
We're gonna do science today.
Today.
What are we gonna make?
Tonight.
Let's see what we have here. Hello.
We have here.
We are going to do science.
Science.
Welcome to Toddlers Do Science.
I have presents. I look good.
Welcome to Science with Toddlers. Today we're going to be making something.
Think that present.
It's not presents. You know what they are? They're beeswax food wraps.
Wraps.
Yeah. So instead of using our plastic baggies, we use a lot of plastic baggies in this house, and we want to try to reduce the amount of consumable products that we use.
Cindy and the cheer.
I see that. You're dancing really well. Look at you go. We're also reducing the amount of foil that we use. We use foil to cover up food so that we can eat the leftovers, right? We put them in the fridge. But instead of using stuff like this in the baggies, we can use and reuse our plastic or our new beeswax fabric food wraps. We also have covers. So instead of putting foil around our bowls, we can put our new beeswax food wraps over our bowls to keep it fresh.
Fresh,
Yeah, baby. We have big, medium, small, and then we also have ones that we can just wrap around food like a present. It kind of looks like presents, huh? They're so colorful.
It's not presents.
It's not presents. Nope, it's just food.
But there's food in the presents.
Yeah.
Baggies.
That's right, the wrappies. So I was able to use and reuse fabric that I already had left over as scraps. So I didn't even have to go out and buy anything for this project except for our beeswax. Now you want to try to get something that's from local stores so that we're supporting our local bee community. Bees are so fantastic. They help our environment. We want to be nice to bees. I, however, was not able to get to the local store, so I did buy it off of Amazon, but it's 100% natural beeswax. So for this project, we have our beeswax, our fabric.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, baby. Any fabric will do. Something that is lightweight works best. Something with a tight weave, so not like a cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth.
No cheesecloth. Because the beeswax is just going to go right through that and it's not going to be very secure. Something that's not too thick, because if we use something too thick, it's not going to be able to go around our dishes very easily. It's going to be hard to form it around. Because what happens is when they're all done like this, the fabric has beeswax all covering it, and when we use our hands, the warmth of our hands heats up the beeswax and we're able to kind of form it around our food and our bowls.
What is, Mama?
Well, there's actually nothing in it. It's just for show. We have big, medium, and small. Which one is the big one?
That big one.
Yeah, and which one is medium? That's right, and small. Small, yeah. So we have our fabric.
Nothing in here.
There's nothing in there. It's just for pretend. So our fabric, like this, turns into our food wrap. So it's stiff, it's all covered with beeswax. How cool is that? And we can reuse them over and over again. I don't know how long they actually last, but I'm guessing about a year. We can use just water and soap to clean them. Okay, I'll get it, Bug.
No.
In this house, we actually use Norwex to clean everything. It's just cloth and water, and we can clean 99% bacteria with just the cloth and water. So that's even cooler than using soap and water. So we're gonna turn our fabric into a food wrap cover. Okay? So we just need our fabric, we need our beeswax, You can use a cube of beeswax, and if you use that, no touching, Ellie. No touch, Elbow. You're going to just use a cheese grater to grate that beeswax down. But I got pellets, little pellets. Okay, then we're going to use our, well, it doesn't have beeswax on it now, so it doesn't actually form over the bowl. That's not going to hold anything. See that? But the one with our beeswax, it covers it, and we can form it because the heat from our hands heats up the beeswax, and then we're able to form it all the way around. See that? That's cool. Yeah. So you're going to need a pair of scissors, and make sure an adult is doing this part. So that to cut the fabric, pinking shears work the best. So you have pinking shears. I actually don't have pinking shears, and I didn't have time to go out and get any. So I just use regular scissors and cut circles and squares and rectangles for my fabric. And it seems to be working just fine. I also didn't even use my ruler, but if you want to create perfectly square or perfectly rectangle shapes, I would recommend using a ruler. Do you see numbers on here, Beth? What numbers do you see on here? What number is this? Do you see number? What number is that?
10.
You see 10? 10's over here. 1 and 0 together is 10. That's just 1. What about that number? What's that number right there?
And the ball.
You dropped the bowl. Are you gonna go get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have our ruler, our scissors, our fabric, our beeswax. We're gonna need tongs. These are tongs. Tongs. And then a cookie sheet and an oven. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna clear this space. We're gonna put our fabric over here. A ruler and scissors.
Mom, put it with this. Put it in the top.
And go like this. I like your dance moves. Just like that. See the heat heats it up, and we can form it around the bowl. I really like your dance moves. So now we're gonna clear our space so we can show how. Yeah. So we have some cool fabrics. It's just leftover stuff that I had in the craft room, which is also Hunter's room. Lucky boy. Yeah, Mommy's craft stuff is in your room. So we have a cookie sheet. You want to put foil down first. We have the foil. This is the foil here. It crinkles. And then we have our fabric. It crinkles. It makes a crinkle sound. So we have our fabric. And again, feel free to use a ruler to get perfectly straight edges. Mine are not so straight, right?
Is there water?
Yeah, we're not gonna cut anymore though. We're just gonna go for it.
Go for it?
Yeah. See, this one is small and it's kind of a weird shape. But it's what we have and it's what we're gonna do, huh? So now we're gonna take our beeswax. Let me see the beeswax. Bees made that. You can do it. Take a handful and sprinkle it over the fabric. We have our oven preheated to 200 degrees. Okay? So it's ready to go for us. We want to try to get all the corners. Oh, we also need a paintbrush, you guys. A new paintbrush, only going to be used for this project. We don't want any old paintbrushes with chipped paint or anything on it.
Old paintbrush.
We have a paintbrush already right here. This is the one Mommy's been using for this project. Not yet, not yet. We have to heat it up first. Yeah, it has to go in the oven before we use our paintbrush. So we're going to put the paintbrush aside for now. Yeah, we're just going to leave it right there for now, okay? I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more. Now when you're doing this, if you're doing a bunch of them, you may have some beeswax on the bottom layer of the foil. We don't want to get it everywhere, but we want to just keep it on the fabric, okay? That's good.
Bench.
Boom, shakalaka. Okay, that's enough. I think that's enough. So the beeswax that's going to be underneath once you do it a couple times is going to cover the bottom of our fabric, okay? So we don't need a whole lot of beeswax. We just want to kind of cover it because the beeswax, when it heats up, it spreads. So it's going to turn from a pellet, it's going to turn from this into a liquid when we heat it up. Okay, we're going to...
I heat it up with this microwave.
Nope, we're not using the microwave today. We're using the oven. We have the oven set to 200 degrees. It's very hot.
On the oven.
And now, this is a mommy do. This is not a hunter do, okay? This part of the project, we make sure to have an adult. No. We're not wanting them on the ground, Ben. Can you pick them up and put them on the fabric? We don't want to waste any beeswax because the bees worked very hard to make this.
Like this?
Yeah, the bees made our beeswax. So we're going to push this over here a little bit. I'm going to lift you up. We're going to move our chair over so that we can open our oven.
Over oven?
Yeah. We have our oven right here. And I'm going to put it on the top rack for 7 minutes.
7 minutes?
You might want to check it at about 5 minutes because some ovens work different and yours may be done at 5 minutes. And done, we just want to wait for, I'm going to put the timer on. For my oven, it needs 7 minutes. But if you see all of the beeswax melted and it all turned into liquid, it's time to take it out. And then what we're gonna do is use our paintbrush and we're just gonna make sure that a whole surface of the fabric is coated with beeswax, okay? Now we just wait for 7 minutes, okay?
Hey, did that pink?
Did you hear a beep?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
And that means liquids get hot.
The solid is getting so hot that it turns into a liquid.
Liquid?
And when we open up the oven, what does Hunter need to do?
This away a bit.
Go away a little bit, that's right. That's right. Because it's so hot that this is a mommy do. Right?
Oh.
Let's turn that off. You ready to see it?
Ready to see it.
Okay, we're going to take it out.
Liquid.
In this part, we need to be a little fast because the beeswax dries so very fast.
So very fast.
So very fast.
It's hot.
Okay. We need to be very careful on this side because it's all very hot over here. So no touching, okay? Be very careful. So now we take our paintbrush and very carefully, we'll do it together, okay? Our paintbrush is a little hard because I've been making a couple of these earlier. So the beeswax re-hardened. So when it cools down, it gets hard again. So the beeswax was little pebbles. When it heats up, it turns into liquid. Here, hold on. Hold on to Mama real fast. I'm gonna move you a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna move the chair. Oh no. Okay, hold on to Mama. Good job. Teamwork. Awesome, baby. I'm gonna put this over here so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. So we need to just make sure to work fast so that the beeswax doesn't harden before we get done. So I just want to make sure that all surfaces of the fabric have beeswax, the liquid kind, all over it, okay?
Over it?
Yes. Let Mama do this one. It's too far away for you to reach. Be careful of the pan though. Keep your hands off of here right now, okay? Because it's very, very hot. You don't want to get burned. So I can already tell that the beeswax is already starting to cool down, so it's getting hard again. We need to get our tongs ready and peel off the fabric. Careful, sweetheart, right here. Careful, no hands. Can you stand back here? That's good. So some people will hang these up on like a clothesline to dry, but really it dries so fast. You see what happened here? Our beeswax hardened a little too fast. We didn't work fast enough. So what I can do is put this back in the oven to make it liquid again. We can heat it up again, make it liquid. Let's check out this one. So we should peel it off of the foil as soon as possible. So that's why we want to work super fast.
That counts.
This one's pretty good. So we don't want to see, I'll actually probably end up reheating these as well, both of them. But you can actually see the beeswax there. Whoa, dude. You all right? Yeah. Is it scary? Careful, get hot. But
I did fall down.
yeah, you fell down. We don't normally stand on chairs. This is a very special occasion. Standing on chairs is usually a no-no. So what I'm gonna do is just pop these back in the oven. I'm gonna work really fast with our paintbrush, just making sure that they're all covered with beeswax. But when they're all done, it's going to look like, I'll get this one out, show you.
Sorry.
There's really nothing inside, Bug. I just covered them. And then we're gonna be left with our beeswax covered fabric, and that becomes now our food wrap. So we can make sandwiches and take them with us on the go. Be careful, the edge right there, Bug. You're gonna fall again. And instead of using plastic wraps or plastic baggies, we can now reuse our fabric beeswax food wraps. Is that pretty cool? It's very hot, honey. Don't touch.
Oh.
This might not be the best project to work with your toddlers on, but if they're really good listeners, like Hunter usually is, this can be a very good learning experience. Even if they just watch you do it, they can start learning about how to use reusable products and reducing the amount of chemicals that we use and the amount of consumable products. Consumable products are items that we just use one time. Those are tongs. Consumable products are items that we only use one time and then throw them away. But what the problem is that all of those items stay in our landfill. You got it?
Not yet.
You just squeeze, use two fingers like that. And just open and close. That's pretty cool, huh? There you go. It's very important to be aware of how many consumable products we're using and how we can change what we use to items that we can reuse over and over again. That's how we can save our world. We can save our world and help our planet become healthier by using reusable products. Pretty cool? Do you want to, here, let me move this and you can wrap a little box. Yeah, let's put this away. You take this.
This hat.
And let's wrap this like a present. There you go. Perfect. you show the people? Show the people on the camera. Turn this way.
What's this right here?
Turn and show.
That is prison.
It looks like a present. Okay, this is
This is
reusable
reusable
food wrap
food wrap.
made with beeswax.
Beeswax.
Can you do a good bee impression for me, Mommy? Can you be a bee? Where are your wings? Good job. Did we learn something today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I picked the mirror.
You had some goldfishies. Okay, can we get a high five for science? Good job.
I'm goofy.
We need to say goodbye first.
Goodbye. What you saying?
Thanks for doing science with
What you
us.
saying?
I had a great time.
Time.
Science is
Awesome.
awesome.
I'm goofy.
Thanks for
I'm
watching.
goofy in the prison. I'm goofy in the prison.